Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are taking a look at the Type 61. Now, don't let this screen scare you, because that's a lot of tanks. I know. This is to compare some of the tanks in here. Now, keep in mind that most of these do not have their final turret, final engines, and that sort of stuff. So, you know, the stats are a little bit off, so keep that in mind. Anyways, we are looking at the Type 61, the Tier 9 Japanese tank. It has 1700 hit points, which is actually pretty good compared to the rest. It's one of the highest, even if you calculate in the new turrets, because new turrets usually give about 50 HP, roughly. So if you add 50 to all of these, then yeah, it seems to be one of the highest HP ones out of them. So that's not too bad, really. The weight limit, 35 tons, is one of the lighter ones. The Russian T-54 is lighter, but has no equipment on yet. So there's not going to be much between those. And the Chinese WZ-120 is the same weight, roughly, as well. But again, no loadout yet, and this one is loaded out and fully upgraded, so it's one of the lightest ones, actually. Engine power at 604 is not great. If you take a look at the rest, you see that some of these tanks already with their default engine have more horsepower than that, so the horsepower on it is not great. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's slow, it's just not great. It's definitely not bad. Speed limit 47 is pretty low. However, it is possible to actually reach this speed relatively quickly. This thing gets to... it's like the... I don't know if you've ever played it, but the British mediums, they get to a certain speed, and that's not their top speed, but like halfway between standing still and their top speed, their cruising speed. They get to that speed in a split second. And it's the same with this Japanese. Its acceleration until like half speed is very good, and after that it just slowly climbs towards its top speed. Oh, and by the way, sorry about my voice if I sound like crap. I'm not quite sure, my throat is a bit bleh, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, it's like the British. It gets away from the starting line so incredibly fast, and then it slowly builds up. So if you have tanks that accelerate constantly fast, they will overtake you then, but you're going to be off the starting line as one of the first tanks, which is pretty nice. The traverse speed at 48 is pretty standard, really. It's good. But these tanks don't have their tracks yet, so you know, 48, it's good. It's not bad. It's better than Patton, even with its new tracks, I do believe. It's the same as the Leopard prototype without the new tracks, so I think it's 39 with the tracks. I'm not entirely sure, but so it's about, well, it's 38, so that would be about 40 versus 48. So it's not bad, really. It's pretty good. It's actually one of the... it might actually be the most maneuverable, now that I think about it. Even after track upgrades, the only one that can come close is the T-54, and I think it goes to 48 with the tracks, so it's going to be on par with the T-54, so it's really nicely maneuverable. Now we get to the hull armor. Oh, that is not its forte. It is the worst hull armor. It has crappier armor than the frickin' Leopard prototype A. Oh man, that is bad. When this tank came out, we were all laughing at this tank and its non-existent hull armor. Well, we have a new kid on the block. It's even worse. Side armor is just garbage, and rear armor, I'm not even gonna look at it. Turret armor is, I'd say it's terrible, but the Leopard prototype A is worse. I think everybody else is better. Yeah, everybody else is much better. So it's the second worst in turret armor. Not even worth looking at. Anybody is going to shoot at your turret is going to pen, but you do have a gun matlet. We'll take a closer look in a second here. I'm going to skip the guns for a sec. Turret reverse at 42 is one of the better ones. The only one better is the Russian. Keep in mind again that these turrets still need their upgrades, so they're possibly gonna be slightly better, but it's better than most of them, not all of them though. View range, again, some of these still need their upgraded turrets. Like a Patent gets the 410, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or was it 400 with the secondary turret? But anyways, yeah, it's all of these mediums are going to be at around 400, so nothing special there really. And the signal range, well, who gives a crap? I don't really give a rat's ass about signal range because you're almost never out of range, especially at these tiers. It just doesn't happen, so forget about that. Okay, let's close these off. And let's take a look at the guns. Come here, you. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And magically we have all the guns lined up. Ta-da! This one actually has 2. We'll get to that in a second. So, the top gun. It is the tier gun you also get on the tier 10 tag, but with slightly reduced stats. So, the rate of fire is going to be less and that sort of stuff, which sucks. Okay, so let's take a look. Rate of fire of 6. Well, that's actually pretty average. I personally kind of thought that the rate of fire was slow. But if I look at all these other guns, then it really isn't that slow. Surprisingly. I never realized that the Patent had such a terrible gun, actually. Damn, this thing sucks. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted. Rate of fire of 6, compared to 6 on that one. 4.29 on the Leopard. 7 on the T54. 7.69 and 7.32 on their 2 guns. 5.5 on the WZ and Centurion, and 6.25 on the E50. So E50 has the best gun, really. So, penetration wise, 258 is actually pretty good. The Leopard prototype has more, the Centurion has more, and the E50 has no less, excuse me. So it is one of the highest pen guns, not the highest, but one of the highest. So it's a pretty nice gun for pen. Damage 390, smack average. Almost all of them have 390, with the exception of the T54's gun, both of them. The Centurion has it. The WZ has 440 damage. And the T50, E50 has 390 as well, so it's smack average damage-wise. 0.36, I was thinking that that was terrible accuracy, that was like the Japanese punishment for having pretty good guns, other stat-wise, but 0.42, 0.36, 0.35, and then when you get to newer tanks-ish, you get 0.32, but the Chinese don't get that. 0.38, owie, and 0.3. So accuracy wise, I thought it was terrible, to be honest, but it really isn't. There's just a couple that are better, which is the Leopard prototype. Why is that one so inaccurate? That's bizarre. It's only the tier 10 that has good accuracy then? Okay, I'm getting distracted again, sorry. Anyways, there is one sort of thing though. If you look at these, the 254 T54, the 2 T54 guns, there we go, I really can't talk today. You'll see that one of them has 200 pen, the other one 219. Either one is not great pen-wise. 320 average damage on both. But this gun with a slightly higher rate of fire that leads into the what was it, the 150 object 140 object 140. Has 0.35 accuracy as opposed to 0.39, so you do have the option for a better gun with better accuracy. So, okay, gun-wise, it's pretty smack in the middle, really. 2.3 second aiming time is pretty average. There are people that have more, and I think one person, yeah, just one person has less, and I'm not even gonna talk about the WZ or WZ, depending on where you're from. 3.4. Ow, that's painful. Anyways, so my initial thought about this tank was that it was not great. That was really my first thought about this tank. Okay, let's highlight a couple of things. And I know this is going on a little bit long, so sorry about that. It's just this tank is difficult to figure out what is going on, really. So, the tank itself, it has a gun mantlet, so, you know, it has a chance to bounce. I don't know how much armor this is, but it seems to be relatively thick if you look at the sides here. It seems like a relatively thick mantle, so you might very well be able to bounce shots on it, but it doesn't matter. Look at this fucking thing. Okay, the Japanese have relatively decent depression on their guns. The tier 10 has excellent depression, but this one has decent. It's not great, but it's not bad either. Not as good as the tier 10 though. So you go hold down. Let's say you cover up everything but your turret. What did I see? Did I see a gun mantlet? Or did I see an entire tank mounted on top of your tank? Yeah. It's not like they're gonna bounce off your gun mantlet if they get that to shoot at. So it kind of defeats the purpose, sort of going hold down, you know. But other than that, it has. Let's do a sort of small summarization of this tank. It has reasonably good mobility compared to all the other tanks. It's not the fastest on the block, but it's reasonable speedy with the final engine, not turret, there we go, final engine on it. Fire chances, by the way, 12%. So it's relatively mobile. It's not the fastest, but it's quite maneuverable and mobile. The gun is pretty average. I thought it was not the best gun on the planet, but it really is pretty damn average compared to all of them. So that was sort of a surprise to me. I thought the stats looked a lot worse really than they are compared to the rest. It has the second or third highest penetration out of all the tier 9s, not including the autoloaders, by the way, I might add, but I didn't have room on my screen to include them, and they're kind of difficult to compare, so, you know, I just left those out. Accuracy is smack average. Again, it's not great. It's pretty poor accuracy in my opinion, but it's pretty average for a lot of the tier 9s, so. Same with the aiming time. 2.3 seconds isn't bad, don't get me wrong, it's not bad at all. If you mount a vertical stabilizer and vents on there, it's just great aim time. Can't complain about it at all, it's awesome. Of course, you know, lower is better, but hey, can't have everything. So, overall, it's not a bad little machine, really. It's just not special in any way. It seems to be smack average in almost every single way. And it has no armor. So it does have one drawback. But to compensate for that, it does have one of the largest HP pools, so that's not too bad. Let's take a look at some gameplay. And here we are on cliffs in our Type 61. I keep wanting to say Type 62 because I'm so used to having that one. I have the Type 62 light tank, the Chinese light tank I might add, from before the Chinese line was introduced, reasonably before actually. So, but as you can see, that top speed is very reachable and fairly quickly, really. Really doesn't take long to get to that top speed, so it's pretty good. Now, I don't know why, but the speedometer, I guess, is flipping out a bit here and there. It seems to be a bit twitchy in replays, but yeah, it accelerates up to like 20 kph very quickly and then slowly progresses on, you know, to 40-ish. I do have a subscriber replay for this tank who submitted it to me a couple days ago, and supposedly it's a really good game. But I want to show off my own game so I can show you my playstyle with it, and I will show you that replay in a separate video, if it's as good as advertised, obviously. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to poke here. Not a good shot. There's a freaking rock in the way. And there's a damn rock in the way. I hate these bushes that you can't see jack shit if there's a rock in the way or not. What? Okay. Type 61 in front of me. Well, if you don't want to pay attention to me, I'll shoot you inside. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So what you see me do here is use my mobility to pull back, using this bush in front of me to sort of hide me until I actually am ready to poke out and shoot. And oh crap, a Leopard Prototype A on my flank here. I can't risk him putting side shots into me, so I back off here to limit the amount of people that can be shooting at me, to basically just him. Bad shot. Damn it. Oh crap, Jack Tiger coming up behind me. Don't like that. I'm still worried about that Leopard Prototype up there. I don't know at this point if I'm actually lit up or not. I don't have 6 cents on this crew, obviously. It's a new crew, what do you want? Can we get an angle on him? Yeah, that Leopard Prototype really had me worried up there, because I just don't want to get shot in the flank. Okay, some of their eyes just disappeared in the light tank. That's good. No, just using that depression. Hello. 405. Decent roll. But yeah, this reload felt like a bit slow. Now I have to say that my crew is not a full 100% yet. My crew is at 80 somewhat %. It's a new crew and I didn't want to spend gold on it. So you know. Whatever. That's the accuracy for you. Snapshots are gonna be difficult. I know I didn't have much of a target there. That was more of a let's hope it goes in kind of shots. 417, nice roll. Getting good rolls. Come on, reload. What? Not sure where that one went. Oh, did somebody hit his track and spin him around the freaking moment I shot him? That might have very well be it. Dang it. And now for the 4 judgment shots. Yeah, I shouldn't have stuck around there, showing my side like that, but I can't angle anyway. And he's shooting heat, by the way, in case you didn't hear it. Sizzling sound. Yeah, he was shooting heat. So we got shot in the face there by a tortoise. So time to get a rock between me and him. Yeah, didn't have a good angle. I didn't want to just spam a shot. I'm trying to play this like I would normally play. I'm not thinking about, oh, I can't lose money here anyway, so let's just play like a retard and shoot at everything even if there's no chance of penning or whatever. No, I play this for as if it was a real game. I play this to win and to make money, pretty much. 1895, where is he looking? Right here, then we're not gonna go straight. Screw that noise. Yeah, crap, rock. I can't tell if he's looking at me. I think he's looking at me, and that did not sound nice. Is that a heat round or something, by the way? That's a weird ass sound when he hit me. Okay, let's switch over to HE. He's on 100 health. Okay, he just fired. You can still see the smoke. Shoot underneath him on the inside of his tracks. And that's how you take down T95 on low health. Screw sniping for hatches. Switch to HE and do this. Suck it. Gotta love HE shots. They can be so useful. But one thing to note about this tank is its ammo capacity is low. Really low. Oh, stop teetering. It's taken out. The ammo capacity on this tank is only... what is it? Like 30 somewhat rounds or something in total? It's pretty damn poor. Let's see if we can spot this artillery. Yep, it's rocking away. There it is. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Nice shot. Come on, reload. Come on, come on. Can I get it? There we go. Oh, one little thing. If you saw my camera twitch to the left as soon as I shot, that was because I activated auto aim there. Because I was slightly off target and my mouse didn't want to move, so I just used auto aim to correct that. And ooh, that's that accuracy for you. Perfect side shot on a freaking tortoise, and it missed. Yeah, that's the accuracy for you. Oh, look, he's tracked. I'll take some action. I'll take some of that. I'll track tortoise sideways. Hell yeah. That thing, I swear, is faster than I expected it to be, but he's no longer there. He's there. It is fast. Okay, it's not fast, but I did not expect it to be there already. I could have aimed slightly more forward, I guess. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. He's going after the T69. Oh, and that, by the way, is a glitch. The trees. I know you saw that. The new glitch. Ooh, ash shot. Yes, please. And I get killed by a fucking teammate. And I have no idea what he's saying in chat, but what a fracking douchebag. Let's take a look at the stats. So yeah, if it wasn't for that fracking dick at the end, we would have had a slightly better game, but this wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but you know, we could have gotten one or maybe two more shots into that tortoise. So that kinda sucked. I almost never get team killed on a test server. Almost never. But I just had to have one of those dicks on my team. Well, anyways, let's take a look at what we got. Sharpshooter, Mastery Badge 2nd Class, Master Gunner, and a Confederate. Let's see, got his track, track and engine. And got some spotting damage on the tortoise. So, team score. Yeah. We could have gotten more if the damn freaking team player didn't shoot me. Bloody asshole. This one. I don't name and shame normally, but it's a Russian player, so nobody's gonna know him anyways, but what a freaking douchebag. Anywho, we scored 3rd highest in the team, with almost 1,000 single experience. We got 2 kills, could have potentially been 3. We would have probably gotten 4,000 damage if it wasn't for that dick that shot me. But still not a bad game. Let's take a look. 19 shots, 13 hit, 1 splash damage, yeah I know, and 12 penetrations. So, there was, oh no wait, the other high explosive shell penetrated his tracks and did damage, so that's why that one is in there. And is not a splash but a pen. So overall not bad, but here you can see that accuracy for you. It's just not great. Combine that with the reload on this tank and it's a bit rough. It really is. Not saying that you can't do well in it, because obviously doing almost 4,000 damage, and if I wasn't team killed, more than likely more than 4,000 damage. But yeah. Overall, I would say not bad, but it's rough. Again, at this tier, those stats, it's rough. We took 3 hits, 3 of them pinned on us. Don't expect to bounce. It ain't happening. I mean, that armor, non-existent. Turret armor, non-existent. I mean, this is pretty bad. But anyways, back to the stats. Our potential damage we received, 1700, well, yeah, all the shots pinned, including that one shot from that asshole. We spotted 1, we damaged 9 people, we destroyed 2, we got 400 spotting damage, and oh my god, my voice sucks. Sorry about that. Ugh. Need more coffee. Yeah, we almost didn't make money. We only barely made money on this thing. So, yeah, again, we wouldn't have had as much repairs if that jackass didn't shot us, and this, what we got back for it, does not cover the 700 some odd damage that jackass did to me. Not at all. So this should have been half of this amount, so I should have made a couple of K at least. But, you know, it wasn't meant to be, I guess. Anyways, we walked away with 972 single experience for 5 times, but that's not important. But for single experience in the 900s, I would say that's a good game, and I think it sort of shows what this tank can do. It's a poking tank, it's a flanking, moving to wherever you are necessary to shoot people in the sides and be relatively close range. This thing can't be long range, it doesn't work like that. You know, you just can't, because the accuracy is just too damn poor. I want to check something. Okay, never mind. But yeah, the accuracy on the gun is just too poor for long range sniping. At 400 meters, your shots are already going to deviate 4 times this amount, which is well over 100, or not 100, 1 meter deviation. A tank, let's say on average, is about 4 meters. Yeah, give or take. They can be longer, they can be slightly shorter. A car is about 3 to 4, so a tank would be 4 to 5. But over 1 meter of deviation, that's 1/5 of the tank size. You know, that's quite a bit of deviation at that point. And that's just at 400 meters, so yeah, the accuracy is gonna be shit. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.